Have you ever seen or heard of religious paintings where Jesus or the Virgin Mary have dark skin? Or even Abraham or King David? If you look beyond Europe, Russia has opened its storage rooms to show religious paintings featuring people with darker skin. In case this makes you wonder if Russia has its own special version of biblical figures, the answer is no. That is not the case at all. This is a matter of fact, as real as the untouched horizon of time. These paintings are not just unusual artistic pieces. They hold deep meanings and hidden truths. They spark serious and curious questions about history, faith, how people are shown in art, and the unexpected places where religious art can be found. Pay close attention, amazing people. You are just about to hear it today, like it is, in this video. Before we continue, please make sure to hit that like button as a way of supporting our work. Share this with your families and friends to help spread our eye-opening Black narrative. And subscribe to stay with us for more, while you help in building the growing membership of this channel. We appreciate your support. First and foremost, let's start with the person who has the most popular name in the world today, Jesus. Mark 4:22 says, "For there is nothing hidden which shall not be manifested, neither anything kept secret that would not be brought to light." For centuries, the most common image of Jesus Christ, at least in Western cultures, has been that of a bearded, fair-skinned man with long, wavy, light brown or blonde hair and often blue eyes. But the Bible does not describe Jesus physically. All the evidence we do have today indicates that he probably looked very different from how he has long been shown. The Bible offers few clues about Christ's physical appearance. Most of what we know about Jesus comes from the first 4 books of the New Testament, the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. According to the Gospels, Jesus was a Jewish man born in Bethlehem and raised in the town of Nazareth in Galilee, formerly Palestine, now northern Israel, during the 1st century. We know that Jesus was about 30 years old when he began his ministry, as the Bible tells us in the book of Luke 3:23. But the Bible tells us virtually nothing about what he looked like, except that he did not stand out in any particular way. The historical Jesus likely had the brown eyes and skin of other 1st century Jews from Galilee, a region in biblical Israel. But no one knows exactly what Jesus looked like. There are no known images of Jesus from his lifetime. While the Old Testament kings Saul and David are explicitly called tall and handsome in the Bible, there is little indication of Jesus' appearance in the Old or New Testaments. In addition, when Jesus was arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane before the crucifixion, Judas Iscariot had to point Jesus out to the soldiers among the disciples. This was presumably because they all appeared similar to one another. But the words of the Bible itself did not hint at the reasons behind their similarities, whether they were white or black, or why or how they looked so similar. It did not tell. Considering these events, one is made to actually wonder, were these words deliberately removed from the Bible to hide certain glaring truths? Or did the writers of the Bible fail to discuss these things? However, the portrayal of Jesus as a white European man has come under renewed examination during this period of reflection over the legacy of racism in society and over the actuality of truth. One of the major factors of this renewed examination happens to come with the buzzing news concerning certain surprising revelations from Russia. For some time now, the recentness of this event has got everyone talking in wonderment. Russian President Vladimir Putin has decided to move one of Russia's holiest religious paintings from a museum to Moscow Cathedral. This started a debate around Putin's growing reliance on the church. Emphasizing the importance of the holy painting, Putin ordered that Andrei Rublev's Trinity be transferred to the Russian Orthodox Church from Moscow's Tretyakov Gallery for a year. The relocation of Russia's most well-known painting highlights how closely the war has intertwined politics and religion. The painting depicts the Oak of Mamre, where the three angels visited Abraham in the book of Genesis. Did you notice anything about these paintings on display? They are all black paintings dating back to the 14th century, brought together from private collections across Russia. They are rare and strongly challenging masterpieces, most of which were destroyed during the Soviet era. It's very beautiful. It gives you goosebumps. It's a remarkable exhibition. It's an exhibition which feeds the senses. Everything is so gray outside at the moment, and here, suddenly, it's a feast for the eyes. These paintings that you see are the survivors of what is left. Had the museums not saved them, they would not be existing today. There used to be millions of these paintings, but now only 50,000 of them are within sight. The unveiling of these paintings is a powerful testament to the enduring strength of truth. The authenticity of these paintings compels us to reevaluate our understanding of the past, particularly regarding the presence and representation of black figures. For centuries, these figures may have been shrouded in obscurity, but their rediscovery sheds light on previously untold stories. It stands as a challenge to long-held assumptions, prompting us to rewrite history with a more inclusive lens. Many Russian religious paintings were destroyed or sold abroad by agents of the Soviet government. Some were hidden to avoid destruction or were smuggled out of the country. Since the fall of communism, numbers of painting studios have again opened and are painting in a variety of styles for the local and international market. Many older hidden paintings have also been retrieved from hiding or brought back from overseas. The Castel Sant'Angelo in Rome is currently hosting an exhibition of 40 Russian religious paintings that have left their country for the first time. They are pieces of art that were hidden after the October Revolution of 1917 in order to protect them from anti-religious destruction. It is the first time that a large number of Russian paintings have come here to Italy. In addition, here are a dozen examples that have never before been moved. They appear for the first time in our catalog. These paintings are usually painted on wood and meant to represent saints or sacred elements. The Orthodox tradition considers them as if they were the gospel, inspirations of God through the hand of the artist. Their deep symbolism is reflected from the meaning of the painting as a representation or vision from another world. The wood evokes the Holy Cross. Through its gold background, divine light, and the cloth attached to the wood, it evokes the cloth that covered the body of Jesus Christ. Without a doubt, they have a great importance and a fundamental recognition in Russia, because the paintings represent for Russia what the pyramids represent for Egypt, or the temples to the Greeks. The exhibition shows paintings ranging from the 15th century until the early 20th century. It is a rare opportunity to see the religious soul of Russia through its art. There has been so much debate going on around the world of late, started by the unveiling of these black biblical paintings. Some tend to think that the paintings had blackened over time due to age, while others say that the blackness of the painting has nothing to do with age, but is a measure of accuracy meant to depict the actual color of the skins of the people painted, because they were black people. Says Robert Rubin, why didn't their clothes change to black in those paintings, or all of the paintings? The true Israelites were black-skinned people, not white. Likewise, the ancient Egyptians. The Reshat structure in Mauritania is also the location of Atlantis. Russians did not change their paintings, just as other countries did. They simply kept the true paintings and iconography. Look up ancient maps, and you will see that the Kingdom of Judah was later located in West Africa. The Jewish nation was destroyed by Titus. Millions of Jews fled into Africa. They ended up in the west of Africa. From there, they were sold as slaves to almost every part of the world. Do you think the hatred for black people is just normal or a coincidence? No, it was because the Israelites did not keep the commandments of God. Moses informed them of the blessings and curses, as we can see in the Bible book of Deuteronomy. God told them they will lose that land to people whom they did not know if they disobey him. The hatred for the black children of Ham and Shem is because the children of Shem have mixed up with the children of Ham. They are both black-skinned. The prime target of this hate is actually the children of Shem. Shem is being punished for his disobedience to his God. Another insightful comment from Johnson here says, because black people were the people in the Bible that the Americans turned white when they told the stories to us, but Russians didn't get the memo. They went off for real history. Songs of Solomon 1:5, Revelations 1:15. Go check it out. It's in the text. It's not because of a candle or anything else these people are talking about. In that case, the whole picture would be black, not just the face and the hands. They are meant to be black because they were black people. This great USA is also a great deceiver, and so many people inherit the wrong lesson from their great-grandparents and their parents, to the point where it's so deep that the lie is made true, when the real answer is really just right there, but you never look because why would you? The Russian unveilings did not stop there. Russia continues with its biblical historical revelations, with President Putin at the forefront championing the cause. Russia has opened its storerooms to reveal remarkable paintings of Jesus dating back to the 1400s by Father Vladimir Ivanov. This is a book that is highly coveted by different circles because it has the black icons. It has the history of black people in places like Russia, in Italy, in places all over Europe. This book can range from $300 to $3,000, so it's not an easy book to get. I actually borrowed this book from a friend, but this book has a lot of interesting depictions in it, a lot of them pertaining to the Bible. Like right here, this is the transfiguration of Christ. And you see it's black people in caves, I believe, what it looks like. It's black people on the whole picture. But this is knowledge that escapes black people here in America. It's definitely something that we would never see or never hear about in the educational system. Now, I'm pretty sure there's people that are black history, college students majoring in black history or world history, and they never seen nothing like this before, at least not from the standpoint of Europe. This is the crucifixion of Christ, and in it we see angels, black angels. The people surrounding him are black. It's very interesting because the images that we see are contrary to what we have known our whole lives or what we have been taught our whole lives. Like, I'll say it again, like these type of images of antiquity escape black people here in America. And I can say all people for in general, just people in general, don't know. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Caucasian people and people of all nationalities that don't know the extent that black people covered the earth. And in many cases, like here, like what you see, we're in rulership position. Like this looks like a king. The images of Jesus and other historical figures in Russia's black paintings challenge the commonly known perception of antiquity and reveal the extent of black people's presence and influence throughout history. Paintings from the 1500s and 1600s depict black figures, including Jesus and Mary, in a highly sought-after book that explores the history of black people in Russia, Italy, and other parts of Europe. The book contains interesting depictions of black people in biblical scenes, which is knowledge that is not taught in the American educational system. However, debates concerning the authenticity of these paintings go on, and Alex Palassi, a software developer and Catholic Christian, has some things to contribute. The Russian Christians adopted Byzantine Orthodoxy wholesale. That, of course, includes the iconography. The fundamental principle of Orthodox iconography is no changes. The icons are as much as possible portraits of Christ, Our Lady, and other saints. Further, the styling, mood, garments, gestures are all fixed in the Byzantine style, So much so that students of iconography refer to these rules as iconographical canon, even though very little of that canon ever went through the normal church legislative process involving bishops and councils. Going forward, while Russia continues to amaze the world in this light, the unquenchable fire of truth persists through the darkness of history. Not so long ago, protesters had called for the removal of Confederate statues in the U.S. Activist Shaun King went further, suggesting that murals and artwork depicting a white Jesus should come down. His concerns about the depiction of Christ and how it is used to uphold notions of white supremacy are not isolated. Prominent scholars and the Archbishop of Canterbury have called to reconsider Jesus' portrayal as a white man. Only recently, on June 22, 2022, writer and activist Shaun King announced that he supports the destruction of statues that depict a white Jesus. King, who had tweeted his remarks on that memorable Monday of 2022 June, noted that historians believe Jesus likely had the appearance of people who typically lived in the Middle East during his time, rather than the white man who is often depicted in Christian art. Yes, I think the statues of the white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy, always have been. In the Bible, when the family of Jesus wanted to hide and blend in, guess where they went? Egypt, not Denmark, he added. Tear them down.